Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are here to continue my Adelaide Crows My Coach career mode in AFL 23, and in today's episode we're going to be doing round 2 versus Richmond in the Saturday twilight time slot at the Adelaide Oval. Now before I go ahead and hop into today's episode, if you haven't gone ahead and checked out last week's episode, please go ahead and do so now because I'm about to spoil it here. I'll give you a little moment. We're going to hop on the fixtures. So last week, sadly enough, it was a devastating loss to the Giants due to a glitch. We never led for the entire contest, and yeah, glitch in the last couple of moments really did stuff us up. You guys can just have a little look at some of these match stats, but yeah, disappointing in the end. They won by 18, and we go 0-1 at the start of the year. On the flip side, Richmond won by 29 points over Carlton, and had a pretty comfortable lead for most of the game, and we can have a little look at some of their stats in the best on ground. Bolton Pressy, Coach from Taranto, Reebok Pressy, Castagna down. Last week our defence was under the pump and pretty poor, but anyway though, we're going to be able to go ahead and do our lineup. So I think that we don't really need to make a lot of changes, except I'm going to go ahead and bring Hinge on. I'm going to make Murphy the sub, and I'm going to bring McHenry into the forward pocket. I think that we need a bit of, because he's 83 rated. What's Murphy rated? 83 as well, I believe. But yeah, I feel like Ned McHenry will bring a little bit more ferociousy, and I think, do I need to make? I'm going to bring in Himmelberg. Oh nah, you know what? I'm going to give Walker another week, but he hasn't been very impressive. So not too many changes. And yeah, we've selected our lineup. Just got to confirm it. And sweet. Here we go. On to the Saturday now. We can go through and have a little look at some of the other fixtures as well. Still trying to navigate my way around. So the Cats beat Carlton. Melbourne smashed Brisbane, and Collingwood defeated Port. It is now over to our game now. It is 5th versus 12th. We really need a win. We don't really want to start too far down, so we're going to go ahead and select the uniforms. We'll be now home. Richmond can be in their clash. We did play each other a few episodes ago in the practice match. We won by 3 points at this very venue against this very side with quite a similar outfit which we played. So, man, I'm hoping that we can get a win here. We really need a win as well. But I will see you guys at the Adelaide Oval for Adelaide versus Richmond. See you there. Could not be a bigger opponent to play in round 2 when we're searching for our first win of the year in this Saturday twilight time slot. It is a massive, massive, massive game. The sun is shining, and it is going to be, massive contest, as I said. Richmond are going to call, and they've called tails, and they've won the toss. Are they going to go down to the hill end? They are not. They're going to go to the right. So we're going to be going to the hill end first. That's how we beat them, was going to the end of the hill. We're going down that way again. Here we go. Saturday afternoon for the Adelaide Oval. Crows versus Tigers, and Keys straight away. And the Tigers are going to be able to bring the ball in. Led. First goal Adelaide. Poor forward, poor defensive 50. Turnover there for the Tigers. You cannot let Dustin Martin have the footy in his hands, because he breaks games apart, as we saw a few weeks ago, and he's going to squeeze that one home for the Tigers first. Martin, such a presence in that Richmond forward line, and you'd assume he'd finish off their second, and he does. Tom Lynch for the Tigers. It's a 45-metre kick, pretty much in front. Made no mistake there, and the Tigers are off and rolling early. That's got to be incorrect disposal. We've taken on the advantage, and we make the most of it. Wants Darcy Fogarty. Nearly got him. Saligo runs on. He blasts it from 50. Brilliant. We've hit the front. Isaac Rankin. He's got trouble. Not a whole heap of it though. Fogarty ran through. Picked it up like it was nothing, and slotted the goal. These kind of passages of play are passages of play that win you the game. Rankin to Fogarty, as perfect as you like out of the middle. That will come back. And Taylor Walker, he's been non-existent in our past few weeks, but put this one in the books for Tex. Finally he's going to bob up, and finally he's going to kick a goal. Taylor Walker, we needed him. He stands up. On quarter time, There's your siren, just there. And it goes through for Castagna, I believe, who's still in this game. Quarter time, 32-26. Oh, I'm happy with that. We lead by 6 at the Adelaide Oval. And it's 5-2-32 to 4-2-26 at quarter time. Second term underway. Here we go. O'Brien v Ryan. Lynch gave it off to Castagna. Nailed it. Really nicely done there. To Isaac Rankin, who went with an outside the boot wobbler, but it goes through. That's the main thing that happened. I don't really know what happened here. He just was going to go with the little banana. Changed his mind to a drop punt when he had impacted the tackling. Keys. Good ferociously. Berry got it out of there. Fogarty, he was on the lead. Rankin. Now over to Joshua Shelley. He can kick this, and he does. 2 in a row, Adelaide. He only just needs one kick to come alive. Revolt. Could that be the kick? Jack Revolt came alive last kick. He doesn't need a lot to bring him and his team on fire. That's all he needs is a little sneaky chance. He's got 2 now, and into the pocket now. Samson Ryan goes bang. Tigers are in front, along which the kick was pretty good to Rochelle. Taranto nearly got there. Now it was Sloan that wanted Josh Rochelle. I mean, he could just run to 50 and have a shot. I mean, nobody's pushing on him, so he just left the goals open. The Tigers defence didn't want to charge at him to leave an option open, so it was a pretty simple 35-metre kick there for Rochelle, which goes through. So Jack Revolt, we know him for his game-breaking abilities. And he is breaking up this game. It'll be about a 50-metre kick. It's not easy. Ben Keys. That is coming back. It's a wobbler. And on the line, Taylor Walker slams it through. With 29 seconds to go, we get the equaliser. Wins the hit out. Down for Keys, who kicks it from the stoppage and has kicked a brilliant goal. We're hanging around today. Half-time at the Adelaide Oval. We stopped one late. 10-2-62 plays 9-2-56. It has been a seesawing contest played on both team sides early. Still got a whole quarter to go. But this is a big one. This is a massive contest. Adelaide 10-2-62, lead Richmond 9-2-56. Second half, third term, underway. Numbers here, Samson Ryan at the full and the crumb. It was a good finish by Castagna. Jack Revolt. Pretty simple kick for him. No worries. I think that's goal number 4 for Jack. He is on fire, and Richmond are finally starting to get some breathing space. Tirelessly across quarters 2 and 3. He's been the sole reason why Richmond lead by 17 all of a sudden. He turns. He went inside 50. He wanted Darcy Fogarty. He didn't find him. Instead, Saligo. He came to meet the ball to keep the Crows in it. All we need to do is stay within touching distance here. And he's keeping us in it at the moment. 11 points is the margin now. We do. Now we can launch one more opportunity. Brodie Smith, 2v1 down the line. More numbers away. Laird. Out here for Rankin before 3/4 time. That is a real momentum change. Opportunity is there. Not anymore. 3/4 time. We're going to go down by 5 points. Adelaide 12-3-73. Richmond 12-8-80 at 3/4 time. We're down by 5 points, and we were only down by 5 points last week versus the Giants at 3/4 time. We lost by 18 in the end. But can we produce something better in this last quarter? Can we win? Rory Sloan, and now Keys. He's been left all alone in the pocket. He has a shot to the top of the square. Good mark, Riley Thilthorpe. Directly in front. And you can definitely write this one in the books. The Crows are going to be in front by 4 points. Cotran, he lost it. Sam Berry, he wanted one more on. McHenry brought into the team this week, all alone inside 50. Too easy there for Ned McHenry. That's going through. 8-point lead now for Adelaide. Jack Revolt. There should be no problems. There is no problems. Goal for Richmond. Jason Castagna has got it there. Castagna doesn't take all his allocated time but lines up. And the task is near impossible now. It's 11 points. We need 2 goals in a minute 4. Noah Cumberland for cream on the cake. And he squeezes it home. Morris Rioli. Jordan Butts up the corridor, but it's over. There it is, your siren on a Saturday afternoon. And sadly enough, we could not get the job done. And we're going to be going 0-2 for the first time. Probably in a Coach Career mode that I've done. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and have a little look at some of our past Coach Career modes. But I don't think we're going 0-2 a lot. The game still has a couple of little glitches. And hopefully a few more future updates can be passed through the Coach Career mode and make it a little bit better. But also a little bit easier. Because whenever they go inside 50... it is impossible to take a mark, like impossible to defend it. I don't know how to spoil or anything like that either yet, so I have to find that out, how to spoil, but still got a little bit of time left, so we'll run through some post-game things. 14,488 to 17,305. Very accurate. Last time I think we kicked 13-6 last time, and they kicked 17-10, so a bit more low scoring. And well, not necessarily low scoring. This one was actually higher scoring, but a bit more accuracy was important here. And at a couple of key times in the game, we just didn't quite have accuracy. One too early in the game, and putting some pressure on them early would have been important. But missing a couple of really gettable chances, hitting the post 2 times or 3 times out of our 4 is disappointing. But anyway, though, we'll be going to some match stats. Here you go. Clearances is such an important area to win. So is tackles. You don't lay enough tackles, you don't win the game. Hit outs, we do that well. Contested marks, you don't do that, you don't win the game either. Let's see, intercept marks 26-9. We can do that, but we just don't turn it. We just don't turn it over at good enough spots, or don't make enough opportunities. 5 of 22 spoils. You see, only spoiling the game 5 times is quite disappointing. You guys can have a little look at some of these stats if you want to see. Revolt kicked 6, Castagna kicked 5. That's the only reason why Richmond won the game. You see, we don't have enough players that stand up and kick goals. Apart from Walker, who was pretty good. However, we do share the load. The Tigers look to have main players. Ben Keys is going for a Player of the Year, which he's been the best in both of our games, as we know. We'll just run through some kicks, some handballs, some hit outs. Keys with 10 clearances. That's what makes him so good at the game. Yeah, you guys can just go through some of those stats if you want, but sadly enough, we cannot get the job done. We lose by 17, yep, 17, and we're 0-2, and next round is a big game as well as the Tigers. Sing the song after their tough win, and we've been competitive in these games, which is good enough to see, but just haven't been competitive enough when the game is on the line. Late in the game, we've given away a couple of costly scores there. A few late goals, Richmond, after we led by 8 on 88-80, and then they can kick the next 4 goals is just not acceptable. Same as last week versus the Giants. We were in the game, we were down by 7 points. We let them kick the last 2 goals of the game and give it up there again. So we just give it up at costly times. You can see they did end up kicking the last 4 goals of the game, and yeah, if you're not going to do that part well enough, you don't win the game. It's pretty simple stuff there. If we can't play games late, we can play them until there's 3 or 4 minutes left. That's fine. We can still lose the game. We gave up 4 goals in about 3 minutes there, which was disappointing, and both sides are winless in the showdown. Well, you'll definitely want to make sure that you hang around for next week's showdown, because things are going to be getting interesting. And don't worry, next round showdown as well will be going down to the showdown record as well. I do have a showdown record going where I'm counting up our wins and losses, and I will reveal the showdown record next week in next week's Coach Career mode. Hopefully, if I remember, which I should remember, but yeah, hopefully I can reveal the showdown record next week, and next week's showdown is quite a big one. Now, I did say that we'll start doing some player contracts, so we'll just do that now. We'll see who needs a contract. We're gonna extend Ben Keys. We'll extend Ben Keys. We'll give him a 5-year deal. We'll submit him. We'll just give him about We'll just give him 700,000 a year, including 711 in last year. I think that he should accept that pretty happily. We'll submit the offer. Another 5 years. He's locked away. That is a big one. Ben Keys is at our club till 2028. And another one which I want to sign as well really quickly. Who's gone out of contract this year that I might want to keep around? Sloan will wait. Seedsman will wait. Walker will wait. We've got Taylor. We've got Hinge. We've got Brown. We've got McAdam, Worrell, Schonberg, Nankervis, Murray. He's a big one. We'll give him a 2-year deal. Estimated at 130,000. We'll see if he takes this. They cannot spend more than 3 years on the rookie list. What about a 1 year? Okay, we'll do Murray another time. We'll go down to the end here. Strawn, Gallant. We'll keep Gallant, I reckon. Oh, we'll make our call on Gallant a little bit later. But one which we do need to keep is Tom Duda. He's in high demand. I do know that. We'll submit him a 3-year deal, 791,000. Accepted. All right, we've just locked away 2 big players today. That's all that we need to do. We'll run through a few more things. You can see statistics down there, stuff like that. I believe the game will have a Coleman medal race. There it is. There's the Coleman medal race at the moment, I believe. I think that should be Coleman medal. I think. Disposals, possessions, all that stuff. But anyway, though, I don't really think that we need to do too much more. We can actually simulate a little bit more further until Thursday. We can go back and have a little look at the rest of last round, which was North defeating Fremantle. The Saints, no, the Dogs over the Saints, Swans smashing Hawthorn, Suns over Bombers, and the Giants absolutely smashed West Coast in Perth. Let's check out that. Geez, 61 to 140. That's a big smashing after they jumped out of the blocks early. Next round, though, was a showdown. What happened to Port Adelaide in round 2? Oh yes, they lost a thriller to the Pies. Big game next round, I tell you that. We'll have to be submitting our team next round. We can go into the calendar and see if there's anything else. Which we really do just turn our attention now to this month. April versus Port Adelaide. Got a couple of really big marquee games, including playing the we play Port Adelaide, Fremantle and Carlton. So we've got some sides like Carlton haven't won a game yet either. But yes, big. We're playing the Power next in the showdown. They sit 16th. The percentage of 73.79. We sit 13th. Big round next round, and this is kind of a realistic ladder. West Coast Hawthorn down the bottom, North Melbourne are in 5th. But yeah, very interesting ladder so far. But yeah, I think that we'll wrap that up there. Thank you guys, it was nice watching. Make sure that you do stay tuned for next week. It is a showdown, it is a big one coming up. But please do make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Send you guys never miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys, it was nice. Bye everyone, Flame Footy out.